All right, let's talk about a bird we all think we know. One of the most familiar and maybe one of the most misunderstood creatures on the entire planet? Yeah, today we're diving deep into the world of the seagull.
You know the sound, right? That squawk that immediately makes you check on your lunch. For a lot of us, they're just loud, maybe a little aggressive, always hanging around trying to steal a french fry. Basically, a pest.
But what if that's not the whole story? Not even close. What if that noisy scavenger stereotype is actually hiding something absolutely incredible? Let's look past all that squawking for a minute and see what's really going on.
Okay, so first things first, let's just blow that stereotype right out of the water. These birds aren't just simple opportunists. Their entire way of life is actually a masterclass in brain power. And this, right here, this is the key to understanding them. Their intelligence and their ability to adapt isn't just some fun fact. It is their secret weapon. It's what lets them thrive literally everywhere, from a remote, windswept cliff to the parking lot at your local grocery store. I mean, just look at how they crack open a clamshell. This is a perfect example of their problem-solving skills in action. A gull doesn't just grab a clam and drop it randomly. No, it's a whole process. It grabs the clam, flies up to just the right height to get enough force, finds a hard surface like a rock or a patch of pavement, and then drops it. That's planning, that's calculation, that's basically applied physics. And it doesn't stop there. This is going to blow your mind. They've actually been seen using pieces of bread as bait to lure fish closer. Let that sink in. They're fishing. They can figure out how to pull on a string to release a treat, and they are absolute masters at watching us, learning our patterns to figure out where the next meal is coming from. This isn't just instinct, folks. This is learning, adapting, and problem-solving in real time.
So, okay, we've established they're pretty brilliant as individuals, but what happens when they all get together? Well, it turns out their social life is way more sophisticated than just a chaotic scramble for food.
And this is where what we think we see and what's actually happening are two totally different things. To us, it just looks like a disorganized mess, right? A bunch of birds squawking and fighting over scraps. But the reality? There's a whole internal order to that flock. They've got territories they will defend like crazy, and they even use teamwork to get what they want. If you could peek inside one of their colonies, you'd find this incredibly rich social structure. Both the male and female parents are totally dedicated. They take turns incubating the eggs and raising the chicks. They are ferocious when it comes to protecting their young from any intruders. And they even work together to find food. Sometimes one bird will cause a distraction, so another one can swoop in. And this is all coordinated through a really complex language of different calls, sounds, and body movements. Now, beyond all their clever behaviors, seagulls also have this powerful, symbolic meaning for us. They kind of tap into some really deep, really human ideas and feelings. I mean, have you ever just stopped and watched one soaring? Just hanging there, effortlessly, on the coastal winds. It's almost impossible not to think of pure, absolute freedom. The way they master the air, travel huge distances over the open ocean, it's a symbol of a spirit with no boundaries. They're also the ultimate symbol of resilience. Just think about the environments they live in. Rugged, stormy coastlines, and yeah, the concrete chaos of our biggest cities. The fact that they don't just survive, but actually thrive in these tough, constantly changing places, well, that's a pretty powerful reminder of our own ability to overcome challenges. And for so many of us, the seagull simply is the coast. That sound, that silhouette against the sky, it's an instant connection to the ocean. It represents all the wildness and the raw beauty of the shore in one single creature. And here's a really fascinating thought to chew on. The way they've become so opportunistic, so clever at using the resources that we leave behind. In a strange way, it's like they're holding up a mirror to us. They reflect our own resourcefulness, our own adaptability, and yeah, the massive impact we have on the world around us. So when you put all these pieces together, their intelligence, their social lives, their symbolic power, it's time we started seeing them in a whole new light. And let's just talk about their beauty for a second, because I think we really overlook it. Watching a gull just hang there, motionless, on an invisible current of air, it's truly mesmerizing. And their feathers, their plumage, from the speckled brown of a young bird to the crisp, clean white and gray of a full-grown adult, it's actually really striking. And you know what? Their boldness gives us this rare chance to see a wild animal up close, just doing its thing.
So maybe we need a brand new definition. A seagull isn't just a bird that steals your food. It's a living testament to nature's incredible intelligence and resilience. It's a symbol of adaptability, a creature that has figured out how to thrive in a world that we humans have completely changed.
Which brings us to one final question for you. The next time you're at the beach or just walking through a parking lot and you see a seagull, what will you notice? Will you just see a pest, or will you see the problem solver, the dedicated parent, the master of the wind, the ultimate survivor?